Hello everyone, how you doing today? Cheers. Welcome to How Much House for the Money. You having a great day wherever you are today. Hope your cup is full of happiness and your glass is full of gratitude. Cheers everybody. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, you're ready to check out some more properties. All of these are $40,000 and less, and 3 out of the 4 are in the Appalachia. So let's check them out, shall we? Hope you're all having a great day. It's always great to be with you. So let's check them out. Now, if you're new to this channel, you're welcome to subscribe and join our growing community, because this is where we venture through state to state, through town to town, to see how much house, cabins, and acreage we can get for our money. And we're going to begin right here in Marlinton, West Virginia, 24954 at 533 4th Avenue. Now, I do list all of the addresses, your listing agencies, and the county these homes are in the description box below. You can contact the list agencies for more details. Now, this one here is listed for $40,000, and it's 736 square feet of space. It's 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. Says here the house has been on the market for 190 days, and it doesn't tell what year it was built, and it doesn't tell us, the lot size. It doesn't tell us the lot size. The house is 736 square feet. So this is what they show us. It's $40,000 in Marlinton, West Virginia. And in Marlinton, West Virginia, the median house value is over $156,000. And in West Virginia, the real estate tax rate is 0.55%, which is coming in lower than that national average of 0.99. So this is all they really show us. We look like we're tucked back behind these trees. You go up the driveway there, and you go up the incline, and there's a really cute build up here. Now, it looks like we do have a lower garage. It looks like we do have an enclosed porch on the second floor, or maybe the first floor if you want to consider the garage as a lower floor. Looks like we have some nice river rock that trim the driveway. And this is $40,000 in Marlinton, West Virginia. And this is in Pocahontas County. Look how pretty this is. And this is all the agent really gives us. So this is why partially I believe that this listing could still be on the market. 190 days on the market, as I've said before, they don't increase in value, right? And the longer they sit vacant, and make sure you ask the agents how long the home has been vacant, ask about the utility bills, and you can always get a general contractor or a home inspector to check these properties out. So then I went a little further to check on the address, and this is what it shows us, because this house was used as a rental at one time. So this gives us another another view and photographs of this property. It looks very pretty. And let me move myself out of the way. So as we scroll over here on this side, we're going to just hit this arrow. So it looks like we do have a wraparound porch on the front, or at least a front porch. It might need windows. And then this shows us we have a staircase to get us up to the top. We have paneling. It's not really going to let me enlarge these, is it? We have paneling that we see here in this left photograph. Here's our kitchen. Looks like it was right down to the concrete floor. There's a lower part of the section where the garage. Here's a staircase that's going up to the main floor there. We do have hardwood flooring. We have baseboard heat. And it does look like we're going to need some windows. And then there again is a view of the front of it as we're going up the driveway. So this does not look bad at all for $40,000. And it has been on the market for 190 days. So if you want to take a look at this, let us know in the comments. If you take, if you take a look at it. And this is at 533 4th Avenue, Marlinton, West Virginia, 24954. And it says here that it's within a stone's throw of the Greenbrier River. The house is on 4th Avenue above flood levels, nicely secluded, and nicely secluded as far as town lots go. Sold with lots of potential. Now, when I look up Greenbrier River, this river is a tributary of the New River, and it's 162 miles long. So look at this gorgeous river here. So you would be in Pocahontas County, and this is Marlinton, West Virginia, and that is $40,000. So let's look at our satellite view, because we know we're not going to get much of a street view there. And here we are, right in the thick of it. So this is $40,000. It's been on the market over 190 days. Anybody want to take a look at this? The listing agents are in the description box, and there we are on the satellite view. Check it out. So we are really close to the Virginia line, and this is Pocahontas County, and this is $40,000. And remember, we're getting the house, or the cabin, so to speak, the cottage, the well, the septic, and the utilities. And it's been on the market almost 200 days. So now we're moving into Sophia, West Virginia. So again, we're staying in the Appalachia here. This house is on an 8,712 square foot lot. The house itself has 800 square feet of living space. It's 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. It's $31,900. So we're reducing the price. This has been on the market 55 days, and it was built in 1954. So let's see what we're getting for $31,900 in Sophia, West Virginia. And this one is in Raleigh County, and the values for homes in this area are $102,000. So this one's under $32,000. So there we are. This is cute. It's vinyl sided on a concrete block foundation with a covered porch, split rail fence. Looks like we have walkability with sidewalks. That adds value. Maybe we're not too, doesn't look like we're too far from town by any means. Right off of Main Street. So there's the parcel. Again, we have a lot of trees and green behind us. Looks like we're right off of Robert Byrd Drive. So there's another view of the outside of it. Looks like it's kind of jagged. It does have an extension on the rear of it with another deck. Shingle roof. You could always add shutters to the windows for that pop of color. You could always put window boxes on it. $31,900. Look at that lush area behind it. You could totally have a garden. Join your farmers markets. Revitalize your community. Look how cute this is. $31,900. Looks like we could move right in here. So it looks like we do have paneling. We have laminate flooring from what we see. This is really cute. We have a little pass-through window there. Lots of potential. Under $32,000, Sophia, West Virginia, and the median home values are over $102,000. And we're in Raleigh County with this one. Wow, this has got a ton of potential. Here's our kitchen. So that may be a gas range, so it could be propane. Looks like it has vinyl flooring, and there's our pop of color on our accent wall in the kitchen. This might be a portable island there with the cabinet and drawers next to the refrigerator. You can paint paneling. We see a lot of paneling on this channel. And if you're new to the channel, you're welcome to subscribe and hit that like button. Join our growing community. And definitely check out previous episodes and future episodes because the house you're not looking for may be in it. And by all means, if you have grown kids and they're looking for properties or they're thinking about getting out of the rental market, they want to buy something of their own, just let them check out my channel, tell them to subscribe and hit the like button also so they can see that they can buy houses way below the median sale prices. This one's very cute. Maybe you could open up a wall if you wanted to open up and have more of an open plan. I know many of us like an open plan. Sometimes people like the rooms more, more of a compartment, I guess I should say. This is really nice. $31,900. So there's our bedroom. We have to look past personal contents. Looks like it does have an ensuite full bathroom. You could pull up the carpet, maybe find hardwood floor or maybe plywood that you want to cover with something else. We can always modernize and spruce these places up. People need houses. Houses need people, right? Here's our bathroom. Oh, and great, they put the lid down. If you're new to the channel, you'll soon learn that we like the lid closed, right? Okay, so it looks like we do have a nice little faucet in the sink there. Yeah, this is $31,900 in Sophia, West Virginia. Love it. 106 Virginia Street. Nice address. Been on the market 55 days. Built in 1954. And the details say Sophia, Raleigh County, West Virginia, 1 bedroom, 1 bath home on a nice lot. That's all they give us for the listing details, for the description. And when we look at the listing, it was just listed for $32,900. Now they've reduced it to $31,900. The house is 71 years old. Let's look at our street view. $31,900. That is sweet little place right there. Fenced in. Looks like you have an outbuilding. We are in a neighborhood. And if you don't want to look at your neighbors, I would raise my posts and I would just get some beautiful flower baskets that are going to be coming out with those wide, what are they called? Oh, not begonias, but you could get begonias, but they are petunias. And you could just get the flourishing, all different color petunias in the big baskets. And I would just raise these posts, put maybe a shepherd hook on there, and line every one of them with huge flowering baskets. That would separate you from your neighbor if you don't want to look at them. Just an idea. That's that pop of color. Now let's look at our satellite view here. You know me, I'm all about that pop of color. Some of you have told me in the past I need to sell flower boxes. Okay, so here we are, not far from town. Look at this. Could walk to town. Go get yourself a cup of coffee. There we are. So we're below Crab Orchard. And this is in Sophia, West Virginia, right here. $31,900. A one-bedroom, one-bath house right off of 77. Somersville and Charleston are up above. Sweet little spot right there, 106 Virginia Street. And that's Sophia, West Virginia, 25921. Okay, now we're moving into Charleston, West Virginia. Now this looks interesting. This is 31.9 also on a little more than a half an acre at 1883 Vermont Drive. Now, as I say, you can always ask the listing agent to find out if there's more land available because it looks like there's a lot of vacant land behind this place. It's a two-bedroom, one-bath house with 1,012 square feet. Fresh off that listing press. It was built in 1940. It's been on the market 4 days. And so let's see what we're getting for 31.9 with a little more than a half an acre. We have a metal roof. We have a covered front porch. We also have a side deck. Shutters along the windows. Could be vinyl sided. 31.9, Charleston, West Virginia. And Charleston is in Kanawha County. And the median home value in Kanawha County is $153,000. And this house is $31,900. Looks like we sit way off the road. Looks very private. I'd want to know if there's at least, if you wanted another acre, maybe there's another acre available. That's just not attached to the listing. We never know until we ask. Look at this. Light colored walls. We do see carpet. We could roll it up or remove it if you didn't want it. And again, in West Virginia, the real estate tax rate is 0.55%. And this is Charleston, West Virginia, on a little more than a half an acre. You want to know how long it's been vacant? But again, get your general contractor out there. Take a look at this. Maybe you're a cash buyer. Maybe you just want to buy a house as is, where is, and you're just going to take your chances. Sometimes people can buy brand new houses or homes that are only 10 or 15 years old and they may run into an issue, right? We just really never know. But for those of you out there that are on a tight budget or you thought that you could never afford a home, this channel here is for you to know that if you look hard enough and if you're okay with the areas, and you always want to research neighborhoods and areas, right? But if you like a place and you connect with it, take a closer look is what I say. Never hurts to look, right? Never hurts to look. Okay, so here we do have a dishwasher. We have a double sink with a window above it. Looks like we're going to need a range. We do have wallpaper. Nice cabinets. Nice countertop. It's a pop of color there. Looks like laminate flooring. Nice little cutout right there along the wall. And there you have a counter for some counter high chairs. Yeah, this has got a ton of potential too. A little more than a half an acre, $31,900. Now with this house, you may get the well, septic, and utilities. You definitely want to find out what's going on with those. But you can always make offers. These are the listing prices. These are the asking prices. Houses are placed on the market to be sold. They're not gaining in value the longer they sit there empty. So here's one of the bedrooms. Looked like they ripped up the vinyl flooring. Or actually, it looks like it had carpet over the old linoleum. But again, you can take that out. If there's plywood, good plywood there, you can lay down another flooring option. You can always create your own interior spaces. They painted the ceiling yellow. Maybe they wanted a closer look at the sun. Cheers to the sun. Cheers, everybody. Hope you're all having a great day. Let me know what brings you to the channel in the comments. And let me know if you bought one of these properties you've seen on my channel. Show us some before and afters. Why not, right? So this room looks like it has a vaulted ceiling and maybe a connection for laundry. It does have a big closet. Here's our bathroom. Not sure if that's a tub and shower combination, but it's definitely been boarded up. That's why we want to definitely check out neighborhoods and learn all we can about them. But if this is away from other people, maybe it'd be a great camp. Maybe just a place to escape if you want a little place of your own in West Virginia. Yeah, it's got some potential, doesn't it? And there's the other view of another angle of it with another deck off the side. Yeah, I bet there's more property that the seller may have. I definitely want to know. 1883 Vermont Drive, 31.9, on the market for 4 days, and it was built in 40. It's 2-bedroom, 1-bath bungalow situated on just over half an acre. Last house on a dead-end street. That's awesome. Good opportunity to build sweat equity or build a custom dream home. And when we look at the history on this one, it was just listed, so there's longevity with the seller, and it's 85 years old. So let's look at our street view for this one. Look at this, tucked right back up in there. There is the fork at the end of the road. Nice. Little over half an acre, so we do have some neighbors down the road, down the hill, but there isn't anybody really across from you. Thick trees and thick growth, great for wildlife and your bird feeders. And then let's check out our satellite view. We're in Charleston, West Virginia with this one. Look at that. Very pretty location. $31,900 on a little more than a half an acre, and maybe there's more available if you want more woods behind you. But it's less you have to pay for, it's less than you have to pay taxes on, and you can enjoy it. Find yourself a trail to hike every day. Get your steps in the woods of Appalachia right here. Look at this. Sweet. $31,900. And again, you're going to have to be okay with the area, but this is what you're looking for, and this is the area you want to be in. This is Charleston, West Virginia. 1883 Vermont Drive. So we're below Wallace, and we are to the east of Cross Lanes and Nitro. So we're above, let's see, we're above Peytona and Seth and Whitesville, and we're below Goldtown and Sissonville right here. Right off of Highway 77 and 79. 1883 Vermont Drive, and that's 31.9. Not a bad place right there. Okay, so now we're heading into Pennsylvania. So we're moving out of Appalachia, but not by far. This one's Sharon, Pennsylvania, fresh off the listing press. This house looks very, very pretty with a ton of potential. Now in Sharon, Pennsylvania, we're in Mercer County, where the home values in Sharon are just under $150,000. This is a 4-bedroom, 1-bath house with 4,792 square foot lot. This is at 655 Newcastle Avenue, fresh off the listing press, hasn't even been on the market a full day yet. And it says renovation ready home in Sharon, well built with unique character, a great project for investors or buyers looking to customize and add value. 4 bedrooms with 1 bedroom on the main level, new high efficiency furnace and hot water tank in 2018. So some nice upgrades. So let's see what we're getting for $29,900. Now in Pennsylvania, the real estate tax rate goes up to 1.41%. So compared to West Virginia, that was 0.55. That's quite an increase. However, we're still looking at under $30,000 to buy a house. And this looks like a house we could live in. Look at this pretty thing. Looks like we do have walkability. Look at that gorgeous porch. Oh, this is full of character and charm. Look at the archways. Beautiful. It's got stonework as well. Might be cedar shakes that have been painted over the years. Beautiful. So it may need a roof. But again, at this price point, we don't expect them to be new and shiny. And we are in Mercer County with this one, where again, the home values are just under $150,000. This is really pretty. Looks like we have a nice vacant lot on the side with a pathway, paved pathway, unless this lot does not go with it because we do see fence posts there. Yeah, because it's a 4,300 square foot lot, so it probably doesn't go with it. But it's a vacant lot beside you nonetheless. Look at this. This is very pretty. $29,900 in Sharon, Pennsylvania. So if any of you are looking for a project, a fixer, a renovation, this might suit your needs. Beautiful staircase. So we do see some carpet. We have baseboard heat. This is an older house. But again, have those home inspections. Get your general contractor out there and find out what's happening with this one. This looks like one of the bedrooms. Beautiful wide trim around the doors and window frames. This holds a lot of character and a whole lot of charm, this one here. There's our closet. Looks like we have 3 windows across this wall here. $29,900. Maybe you want to move in with somebody. Maybe you want to share the expense. That's $15,000 a piece. That's less than you'll pay for rent in 6 months in some areas. Sharon, Pennsylvania right here. Yeah, this house needs some love and attention. Needs someone to scoop it up and call it home and renovate it. Maybe you could live in one room while you're fixing up another. Looks like the kitchen has vinyl flooring. We do have a sink. Looks like they did apply an application, either peel and stick maybe, or maybe that's tile, onto the backsplash. Plenty of room for an island and more cabinets if you need them. Here's our landing. The top of the stairs. Here's our bathroom. The lid, people, the lid. We're just going to bypass. But we do see vinyl flooring. Nice big window. That may be vinyl. Tub and shower combination. Looks like the interior door's in good shape also. Nothing wrong with that bathroom. Now we're moving down into the basement. And again, your general contractor or home inspector will check your mechanicals. And those don't look too terrible. It's a carrier. I don't know if that's a carrier. Can't quite tell what that says for the furnace. Here's our electric panel. It's better than fuses. Looks dry. Looks like we could clean that up. Maybe you want to just apply a nice coat of paint or Kills on the basement walls there to freshen it up a little bit. There's a lot we could do with the basement. It's there and it's dry and it's holding up the house. Sometimes that's all we can hope for, right? Just kidding. Look at this. That might be a curved wall there. $29,900 in Mercer County, Sharon, Pennsylvania. Okay, so here's another area of the home. Looks like they started to work on something there. Nice closet right here, walk-in closet. Can't ask for much more than that. That'll hold all your four-season clothes. Look at how pretty this is. My goodness, $29,900. Somebody needs to save this one. Let's save the houses, everybody. Look at this beauty. Could you imagine this with a fresh coat of paint and flowers and just some light landscaping? Because it's not a huge lot. You wouldn't have to take care of a lot of grass, but that would be the showcase of your neighborhood. There's our back porch. It does have a little outbuilding. You could keep it or take it or leave it, I suppose. Looks like they had a little garden. Yeah, this is really cute. Nice. 655 Newcastle Avenue, and that's Sharon, Pennsylvania, 16146. Been on the market 14 hours, and it says renovation ready, as I mentioned earlier. And let's see, it was listed for $17,000. They removed it, and now they've listed it for $29,900 5 years later. Doesn't tell how old this house is. I'd be curious to know how old it is. So let's see the street view. Look how pretty. So we do have sidewalks. You're almost to the corner there. It's nice that it's got a vacant lot beside it. There's your neighborhood. Nobody really across the street but that one house. Walkability is always great. And now let's look at our satellite view here. Sharon, PA. So we have a medical center to the north. Another one, UPMC, right over there to the southeast. So we're right near the Ohio line. And again, we are in Sharon, Pennsylvania. So we're in western Pennsylvania. And I'm just going to scroll out here and see how far we are from, let me see here. So I'm going to scroll out here just for a minute. See what the next big town is. We have Sharpsville there. And let's see here. Conneaut Lake up there. Meadville. So we are north of Pittsburgh, probably maybe an hour and 20 minutes, I'd say, if that. So we're on the very west side of Pennsylvania in Sharon. So we're to the west of Grove City and we're to the west of Mercer. And that's 655 Newcastle Avenue for $29,900. That house is very pretty, just the way it sits right there. That is some architectural detail that we don't see every day. That's beautiful. Okay, so then we have this one here in Charleston, West Virginia, on a little more than a half an acre for $31,900. We have this one in Sophia, West Virginia, on an 8,700 square foot lot for $31,900. Or we have this cutie in Marlinton, West Virginia, that is $40,000 and has been on the market 190 days. So these are houses, $40,000 and less in Appalachia and Pennsylvania. Wherever you guys are today, hope you're having a great day. It's always great to be with you. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, venture through and check out all these episodes because you never know that house you're not looking for. Maybe in the next one. And we will see you then because more houses are coming up. Cheers, everybody.